starting the meeting, I would like to mention some ground rules. Please turn off your mobile phone and put them on silent mode. In Toastmaster, we prefer not to talk about sex, religion and politics. So please refrain when discussing these topics. Also, avoid doing cross talks during the meeting. Now, as every one of us has a mission to achieve, similarly, Toastmaster Club also has a mission to achieve. So for this, I request all of you to please stand up and put your hand forward. The mission of our Toastmaster Club, is to provide, mutually supportive, and positive, learning environment, in which every member get the opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills, which in turn foster self-confidence and personal growth. Now, for today's meeting, our presiding officer is Toastmaster Rahul. He is an IITian and currently working with the MNC as a senior data scientist. So, with this, I announce the starting of meeting and hand over the stage to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Rahul.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anurag, for the lovely introduction. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I welcome you to the 524th meeting of Millennium City Toastmasters. 524. It is a big number. It signifies that we have been meeting for past more than 10 years, working on our public speaking to become a better leader and an effective communicator. Before we start, let us have a warm-up activity, shall we?
Yes.
Okay, so I have two statements. I'll share one statement in this corner and one statement in that corner. So the name of the activity is Whisper Challenge. So they will have to whisper the statement to the next person will whisper to the next person. And from that corner, they'll be moving to the left. I think it is clear. And it will continue unless everybody is having given a chance. So I'll request Toastmaster Ritvik and Toastmaster Mohit to come onto the stage and give your statement. You just have to look and you have to just whisper once. You don't have to repeat it a lot of time. Okay. Fine. Good. Now you can go to your stage, your seat, and then whisper to the next person the same statement. Slowly so that everybody can hear. You have to whisper. You have to make sure that the other person is listening. Whisper only once, not repeat more than once. Only once. Only once. To the next person. Only once. Once only once. Only once. Do not repeat. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, I'll randomly ask the statement. Let's see if you got it right. So let's see, Jitendra sir, would you like to state this statement? Yes. What did you hear?
चंदू के चाचा ने चांदी चम्मच से चटनी कटाई.
Toastmaster Ritik, was this correct?
चांदी का चम्मच नहीं था.
Okay. Your guess right?
Yes.
Would you like to repeat?
I got the statement, you scream, I scream, everyone scream.
Toastmaster Mohan was this right statement?
For ice cream. You scream ice cream, everyone scream for ice cream.
For I scream.
Okay, cool. Thank you for participating. Now let us have guest introduction. I request guest to share something about you, your introduction, and what is your expectation from this meeting. Let us start with ma'am. You can.
Yeah, good morning everyone. I am Ritika from Gurgaon. By qualification, I am BTech in MBA, presently working as a teacher in HSV Global School. I am here to interact and make positive connections, of course, to increase my vocabulary. Thank you.
Sir, you can give your introduction.
Hi everyone, my name is Deepak Singh. I am living in Gurgaon. I am joining Toastmaster for the improve my communication skills and for the public speaking skills.
Great.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Bharat. As far as my education, I have Master's in Pharmacy and I am currently working in Sun Pharmaceuticals and I am here for effective communication to achieve my goals.
Good morning everyone. I am Gupta. I am living in Gurgaon. I have done my BTech from EDU and I work with business now. I am having my own business on mobile phones and I have good increase my vocabulary and communication skills.
Good morning all, my name is Pratik and I am working in Siemens energy sector and this is not a new for me. Earlier I was in Pune and there I have been a Toastmaster and after a stammer a bit, so it has given me a lot of it has given me energy to speak in the front of the stage, so I know this is a really good platform to speak and to enhance the confidence. Thank you.
The second session. Okay.
Yeah, hi, this is Danish. I'm living in Gurgaon. So basically, I'm here to increase my improve my communication skills and increase my effective communication. And I'm working with Gallery right now. So yeah.
Thank you. Guest introduction. Now it is time to introduce the Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster of the day is today's Toastmaster of the day is someone who is member since September 2021. He has done BTech in Production Engineering and PGDBA in Operation Management. He is Vice President Operation at Exicom Telecommunication and he likes reading and traveling. He is going to talk about a very interesting topic called nudge. Let us welcome the very talented and the very experienced Toastmaster Deepika.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's have little more energy in the room. Good morning.
Good morning.
Great. I'm not sure whether you are familiar with this topic or not, nudge. But definitely I would say, day in, day out, we are being impacted with the theory. We'll talk later on that. To start with, I think to have little more energy in the room, somebody should make us laugh. And where is Toastmaster Tanmay? Good morning.
Good morning.
I have a couple of cases. Let's start with the mission of the club. Do you know the mission of the club? Our mission is to empower individuals to become better leaders and communicators. Right? Yes. But we implemented it differently here. I saw an engineer. Don't worry. This is a budding ground
the poor IITians who don't afford to go to MBA school, and here they nourish their communication skill. Right, Rahul? Rahul is not but nothing. And it also ensures that we have an HR here. They get like they get IITians or engineer at least there to listen to you, right? So HR gets their audience here. and most importantly, what I found that this guy, you can see, raise your hand, go up. What I realized that Toastmaster gave him a permanent spot there, not physical. Also, he became a permanent evaluator in the club. But I'm happy. I'm happy because at least I also got a chance to share a joke with you. So let's start with that. A young boy enters a barber shop, and the barber whispered to his customer, "Look at the boy, he's the dumbest guy in the world. Watch it, I'll prove it to you." He puts $1 note in one hand and few quarters in another hand. He calls over the boy, and asks, "Boy, which one you will take?" The boy took the 2 quarters out and leaves. The guy turned around and he says, "Look, I said, dumbest kid, that kid never learns." Later the customer leaves the place and met that guy. The guy was coming from an ice cream corner. After seeing him, he said, "Boy, can I ask you a question?" The boy said, "Yes, why not? Ask." "Why did you choose the waters instead of the dollar note?" The guy lit the corn and smiled and said, "Because the day I choose the dollar note, the game will be over." That's it. Thank you.
Very nice joke and clap for him. May I know how many guests we have today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So before we start the meeting, let's understand about the architecture of the meeting, how the meeting, Toastmasters meetings are conducted. So in general Toastmaster meeting, which is today the general meeting, we have 3 important sessions. One is prepared speech, where the speakers, they come here with preparation and they demonstrate their speaking ability, all the preparation with so many body language and everything. The other important portion of this Toastmaster is speaking on the field, impromptu speaking, what we call as a table topic. This table topic teaches you multiple things because you get on and off situation where you need to speak. And this table topic here prepares, and this is most interesting part of the session, I would say, and especially for the guests who have come first time here or second time, definitely you will get some opportunity to come here. Don't hesitate, please volunteer. And the third is the backbone of any Toastmaster club is evaluation. Continuously we need feedback, and feedback is breakfast for the champion. Correct?
Yes.
So we correct, we need feedback. However, we are good or bad, there is always a scope of improvement. And in Toastmaster, the beauty is you always get constructive feedback with some recommendation so that you can implement into next speech. So Toastmaster feedback session is one of the backbone the Toastmaster is sustaining for so many years. So these are the primary structure, and there are a special session in some of the meeting where specific agendas are taken. But being a normal session, we will have these three sections, and all of us, maybe most of us, will get opportunity to come on the dais. And the word of the day is another very good practice in Toastmaster. You learn one new word. Even you knew it, you have to use it. So miraculous is the word of the day, something miraculous, right? So we know the word, but using it is a entirely different thing, right? So whenever somebody uses this word, miraculous, please give thumbs up, just to encourage Toastmasters. So please use this word, miraculous, whenever you get opportunity, and please encourage. So synonyms and antonyms are written here. I am not going to repeat. So before again we go into discussion about theme today, I would request somebody who is very old Toastmaster here. Like me, he also comes very rarely in the club these days. No, this is fact. Toastmaster, then he would be general evaluator of the meeting. The moment the meeting is started, he has started evaluation, and he will keep on evaluating and giving overall feedback. So let's welcome Toastmaster Jitendra Singh.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vivek. Good introduction. I usually come very rare actually, but now these days I'm busy. But I try to keep coming.
That's constructive criticism.
I would say. But there was the time when I was quite regular. Very regular. Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Today, I am playing a role of journal evaluator. Evaluation is the most important section of any Toastmaster meeting. It's a backbone, as said by Toastmaster Vivek. As he also said, feedback is the breakfast of the champions. So, taking the feedback as positively, as important, giving the feedback positively, right? And that section I am going to lead today. The meeting started on time, and I started my evaluation of the meeting at the time itself. But in this evaluation, I am not alone. I have a team of individual evaluators. Like we have 3 speeches today, then 3 individual speech evaluators we have. Apart from that, we have 3 auxiliary role players. Every speech or talk requires different evaluation, different perspective of or aspect of speech, like grammar, timing, or our crutchwords, right? So let me first introduce our timer, Toastmaster Manish. I'll request him to introduce his role.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you, PM Jiten, for the introduction. So, everyone, I am going to be timer for today. As a timer, I will be monitoring and recording the time of individuals for each and every activity. I will be operating the time signal as well using these 3 buttons. For prepared speech, I will show this green card. The first card will be shown as green card at 5 minutes. Then the second baton will be yellow baton, will be shown at 6 minutes, and the red will be shown at the 7-minute timeline. And then the prepared speech will have 30 seconds of the time to conclude their individual speeches. For table topics, green card will be shown at 1 minute, yellow card at 1.5 minutes, and red card at 2 minutes. For evaluations, green card will be shown at 2 minutes, yellow card at 2.5 minutes, red card at 3 minutes. In addition, I will also signal President, Toastmaster, Table Topic Master, and General Evaluator with red cards when they reach their allotted times. And when called upon, I will be presenting my findings. Thank you everyone.
Let's welcome our second auxiliary role player, our founder Toastmaster Rukmini.
is golden. This definitely does not mean that when you come over to stage for delivering your speech and you directly aim for gold. Let me talk about one of my interview experience in brief. My interviewer told me that the interview will be for 45 minutes. I will ask you 3 questions and then the follow-up relevant questions. And at the same time, I will be literally noting down each and every word that you are speaking. And as luck would have it, he asked me a question that was at the core of my work that I was doing at that point in time. So I had a lot to share with him. So I started cautiously and then became a bullet train. And soon enough I realized that my event or interviewer is kind of a disengaged. I stopped and then asked him, do you have any question for me? He honestly admitted that I do not have enough time to keep up the pace, the way that you are speaking. Leave alone thinking in the mind, correlating and then talking or asking the relevant questions. So I immediately adapted my style and made sure that I talk about only the relevant stuff and take enough pauses in between so that he gets enough time. So interview ended well, but what does the scenario tell you? This scenario tells you that whenever you are speaking to somebody in personal or professional capacity, to a single person or to the full audience, your intent is to make sure that the other person gets what you are talking about, right? And the very, very powerful technique for this is taking pauses. Whenever you are taking a pause, it does several different benefits for each and every stakeholder which is involved in that conversation. Number 1, speaker himself. I will get a breather myself. So instead of continuously going on, making sure the I can connect the sentences, I end up using the filler or crutch words. So if I take a pause, it's a silence, right? So second aspect is that whenever you are taking a pause, your audience gets to hear your silence. Think about it for a moment. I'm on stage here, my duty is to talk to you. But I'm on stage and I'm just standing silent and looking in your eyes. It's a high level of confidence. Speaking is easier. Taking or being silent or taking a pause on the stage is a little challenging. Okay? And thirdly, for your audience as well, the audience gets time to analyze the stuff that you are speaking basically in their mind and then making sure that they understand you. So think of it as a broad spectrum. At one end of the side is a person who speaks too fast, too quickly. At other end of the spectrum is a person who thinks a lot. So first of all, and with all due respect, if I have to take the example, this guy I can relate with Arnab Goswami. This guy, man, I can understand him, I can understand English, but I cannot recollect what he has spoken 40 seconds ago. And at the other end of the spectrum is our beloved Atal Bihari Vajpayee. I mean, if you have heard his speeches, the total time, the silence versus the spoken words, the speech he has, is kind of equal. He half the time remains silent. And the benefit of this is that I have never ever heard him saying any unintended word or fumbling basically in between. So I am not saying that you become Atal Bihari Vajpayee on day 1 itself, but your job today on the stage is to make sure that you take deliberate pauses. Okay? So this essentially means that when you come on the stage, you have a good mixture of silver and gold, your speech and silence for your audience so that they can really enjoy a delicious Chandi Chamudrash. Thank you.
I would say, Toastmaster Rupin, you can take a team body session on this. You are supposed to tell the objective of this role actually. And please respect the timer's signals as well. We are supposed to not let anyone, everyone, right? So, just a feedback.
Yeah, sure.
Now, let's take another auxiliary role player, Toastmaster Ankita. Please come on stage and read your objective of today's role.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Today I am taking the role of grammarian, and let me first introduce the word of the day, that is miraculous. Something that is miracle, and the sentence like then he made a miraculous recovery then after the accident. Then my role as a grammarian is to pay attention to the good uses of English and provide them suggestions of improvement. And I will notice grammatical mistakes, mispronunciation, and incomplete sentences. I provide my report in the end.
Thank you. continuously show the red button so that because the speaker is looking that side and you are showing keeping down, it don't move, right? So just a use. Okay, with this, I'll come in the end. I'll leave the evaluation section later. With this, I'll just call the PMOD today.
Thank you. What if I could tell you the topic is so much deep ingrown in all our action. If you pay just 15-minute attention here, you can change many of your decision-making process for better health, better money, and better happiness. This is the topic. How many of you have read this book, Nudge? It's a book by Richard Thaler, and this is all about behavioral science. It's all about psychology and how we take decisions. And couple of more related topic already I have given TMOD in my past TMOD session. Think fast and slow, cognitive biases. So similar to that, this topic was widely popularized in 2008 somewhere for happiness, wealth, and health. We as a human, we applaud ourselves. We are rational people. We take all our decisions with rational mindset, but it is not. There are many decisions we take which is not rational. It's flawed. We take decision in some situation on context or environment which influences a lot in our decision making process. And I'll give you example which you would be able to correlate yourself. So nudging, the word nudge means, you understand the word, little pushing, right?
Yes.
Little pushing. But here, how we set up the context so that while taking the decision, you take a right decision. The objective is you take a right decision. But there are other aspects of the decision making. People use nudges to take a legally right decision slightly in their favor. So nudge is a behavior completely based on psychology. If we know this thinking fast and slow, we have two kind of brain, right? The immediate automatic decision making process, which is fast, and another is the reflective one, which is slow, which goes into logic, analysis, and then take decision. We start with the first reflective decision making process. It comes to automatic decision making process. Similarly, in all the decisions what we take, I'll start with a few examples now. How many of you go to the shopping complex or any mall, and most of you? That is not the point. How many of you know the items which are kept on eye level, we call it eye level, is the buy level, right? Kept at eye levels are sold much more than which are kept underneath or little at difficult position, maybe above your head. We all know, right? Yes. Eye level is buy level. So all these companies, they try to compete in the warehouse or shopping mall or stores to keep their product at eye level. We know this product may not be better than others, but still we choose that product. You know why? We as a human are lazy. Trust me, we are lazy. And we want easy thing. and I'm sure as we are progressing in future, we would be seeking more items which are easier available. All the informations are easily available and we are impacted by good decision. So what I want to say, you are being manipulated, not just by the way article is being put in the store, the way information is being given to you. The first piece of information you get, and which is having a huge impact the way you take decision making. Any example anybody can give? The first piece of information I will give you, and you will have huge impact the way you will take the decision. And this is based on multiple research. It's not theory no more. It's practically proven. I'll give you some of
So one example again from the mall thing, if some product is, if the salesman is selling something, he will come to you, sir, this product is of 50 rupees, but I can give you for 20. So again, instead of that, if the product price were at 20, the decision making would be different. If the person has said this was 50, I'm giving it to you for 20, there's a 30 rupees discount, so you tend to slip into that manipulation. Otherwise, if the product was put there was no salesman, only 20 rupees tag was there, you would have thought meticulously that whether I should go for it or not. So depends on that. So the first information.
Let's clap. I have no time till permit to put a very relevant example which had been tested few weeks back in Delhi, but I'll find out time. So the word is anchoring. The first piece of information, use here 50 rupees. So price of this product is 50 rupees. And the moment you say somebody is giving you 20, so you automatically, I am saving money. It's already discounted price, right? 60% discount. And it seems very, good money, value for money fee. Actual price is maybe 20 months. So the other example, this is based on research. A large number of people, they have been given, they have been given two different set of statements. So 50% people were said, we want to organize some fund for charity, and the minimum donation amount is $400. And the second half of the people, they were told, we are organizing this donation for charity and the minimum donation amount is $5. They have not used the minimum word, but the $5 is the general word they have used, and $400. The same background, similar kind of people. You know the result? Can somebody guess what would be the different average size of donation per person in the first set of the people and average size of the donation in the second set of people? Surprisingly, the first set of the people who were asked, you can donate $400. They have donated average $120. It's a good amount of money. And those who were told just to donate $5, the average was $20. With the same straight of people, only the information given, the pitch was said differently. Entry was made different. So automatically, if somebody is asking $400, at least I should give $100, right? So the same set of people, same state of people. So that is how anchoring is working. You go to, all the commercial you see. The moment Amazon, if you are buying something, and they create a scarcity, only 5 are left. Actually, their godown would be completely full. Only 4 are left. Same is for hotel booking, right? Flight booking also. So they create. So these information are nudging you and pushing you to take decision the way they go. And this is called choice architecture. So the way your choices are, we are stacked, it has a huge impact on your decision making. Very good example is cafeteria. There are schools, they provide lunch to all the kids. I'm not in charge of this. But the way food is stacked in the cafeteria, if healthy foods are stacked at the front location or easy to grab, so the same kids will take healthy foods more. And if French fries are kept on the back side, they will take less French fries. But if you just reverse the cycle, then kids will take more French fries. Generally, they will take more French fries, but ease of picking up has a huge impact the way kids they choose their snacks and foods. So, what does it mean? We can create a choice architecture. That can make people healthy, can make people wise, can make people more, choosy as they have, they want in their life something matching to their goal. Or you can use in a marketing way to sell your product. But the question comes, is it ethical or non-ethical? How many of you say it is ethical or non-ethical? That is the question. Whole debates on this software architecture is happening. Google and Facebook is manipulating what is ethical, what is not ethical. So how many of us feel it's ethical or non-ethical? Raise your hand who are saying non-ethical.
It is unethical, but it is business.
It's a business. So nudge is there's a difference between nudge and forcing you. Some decision you are being forced. Like if somebody puts high penalty on anything, you will avoid penalty, loss the person, right? But if the choices are same and you are free to choose, you are absolutely, and all the choices have been presented to you, and then you are taking decision with your will, then it's ethical. So far government is said, everybody is assuming it is ethical. The difference between penalty, reward, incentive and nudging is, this is very subtle way of influencing you. Where penalty, reward, you will get influenced. But the nudging is a very subtle way of influencing you and is easy to influence to the large population. So it's ethical. The only thing, the way you present the choice architecture is important. Very simple example. I don't know, most of you must have experienced, but I'll give you one. Some country, they have declared all the people after their death, they have to donate organ. Organ donation has become as a norm. But the country also has given choice. If you don't want to donate your organ, you can opt out. So the country which has given this option, where organ donation is high, so automatically but still you have option without having any kind of penalty, you can opt out. But we as a human, I said, we are lazy, we don't want to opt out. So choosing not opting out, but the same question if it would have been framed in the country, please voluntarily choose you want to donate your organ. I think the percentage of people will come forward is very less. Similarly, sometimes Zomato you use, right? Automatically you will see tick box in the tick. And if it is ticked, so generally you will not delete it.
Yeah.
It will continue, right?
Yeah.
But if
5 rupees, 10 rupees, something.
Whatever amount. So we generally, as a human being, are lazy. We see the environment. The other very, the example I was quoting, there are two, this Dio brand, Frago and Bella Vista. the cost is almost 5 to 6 times difference. And this experiment was done in Delhi. The good set of people were invited, and on the Bella Vista DO, they have scrapped the label and Frago label they have tested. And it was given to everybody for testing, and finally everybody was buying for 6,000, 5,000, and there was option if you buy multiple then 10% discount. And then after everybody bought and opted, it was declared this is just Bella Vista, which has having only cost 5 to 600 rupees. The moment you see cost is high, automatically it comes, it would be best product. May not be. May not be. So you are being nudged all the time. And this is not only in marketing, this is in every aspect. In education, the way you take policy. Very simple example, earthquake insurance. Very, very rare kind of insurance we take, right? I think, I don't know, anybody has taken earthquake insurance?
One of my friends taken.
One. And the moment earth, and this is again study done in some of the country where, like Japan, earthquake came and people opted for insurance, large amount. Although the frequency of earthquake may be 20 after 20 years or 30 years in a country. But the moment some incident happens, you try to correlate and you choose those options. So the immediate available information is having a large impact the way you take decision. So I think time is over. So maybe if I get time, then I'll speak a little more. So after this, I think the time took for prepared speech. And first speaker, Sachin. Somebody, those who don't know, I think I met once with him and had a good chit chat. He decides what kind of flavor we should eat, what kind of flavors are available for. He's a flavorist. He's a graduate in flavor technology from Mumbai University. And his topic is, it was a little long, so I could not remember, sorry. No, yes. Yeah, Sachin is a Sachin is, I got it. So Sachin is delivering today project 1.2 from presentation mastery, and his evaluator is Toastmaster Rahul. I would request Toastmaster Rahul to read his speech objective.
Toastmaster Sachin will be giving second speech for level 1 in presentation mastery, and his speech objective is stepping out of comfort zone. And the speech title is All the best to Toastmaster Sachin.
Okay, Toastmaster Sachin, ever seen a zombie? Yes, I have. Ever seen a zombie? Yes, I have. Toastmaster Sachin.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
To start with, I would like to ask a question to the audience. Have any one of us have checked Instagram account or an email or Facebook account or LinkedIn for that matter while attending any important meeting or while attending any presentation in college?
Almost everything.
Yeah, it is pretty normal. And normal because of this little tiny box. I often refer this as my digital BFF, best friend forever. And I hope this is true for almost every one of us. Because we have been using this day in and day out. In fact, let me keep this aside, this little tiny box. In fact, this love for the smartphones in India has reached up to a extent, and we don't know how many thousands of smartphones have been sold in these recent sales of Big Billion and Amazon sales. But we need to accept one fact, that it has become an integral part, that we use it every now and then, right from sending the good morning messages to entire contact list in our mobile phone, to clicking the selfies that could put a Bollywood star to shame. Another thing that is quite interesting about this mobile is it won't be an exaggeration if we are declaring it as an extended arm of us. That's why slowly many of us are becoming Smombies. Smombi, it is a German word, and if we dissect it, it is smartphone plus zombie, which is Smombi. And a Smombi, literal meaning of the Smombi is the person who behaves like a zombie while using a smartphone. When you are walking on the street, when you are eating, he will have the smartphone in his or her hand. So it is very difficult to detach that smartphone from that zombie. So that's why the terminology invented, which is called as Smombi. Last Sunday, I have visited a supermarket along with my 6-year-old daughter to buy stuff, and we were walking with the trolley and collecting the stuff we wanted to buy. And then a beep sound of the Outlook message coming from my mobile grabbed my attention, and immediately I took out my mobile and read all the content of the email which I have received, and immediately I processed the information, tried to reply with a whole lengthy message within a couple of minutes. And when I finished and when I kept my smartphone back, I realized that my daughter was not walking along with me. I got scared and I was searching her in every nook and corner of that smart shop. And last I realized that she was playing in the play area where a lot of toys were kept, and I got relieved. But the message which I got from this incident is there is a slow rise of Smombi within me. And this alerted me, and when I went back to home, I checked my summary of the screen time, and I could see that I have been using a mobile like more than 4 or 5 hours a day average. So that was really surprising me. If you see, like many of us, while using this mobile, has become a pro photographers. I don't even remember last time when I have used my DSLR to click the pictures. It's only a mobile. And while you walk around the street, you won't be able to see any person who is not using the mobile. And when it comes to a photography, you will always find a person who is trying to capture that Instagram-worthy moment every now and then. At the same time, when it comes to texting, we will text to each other while sitting next to each other. Seriously? Yes, but that is the fact. And we have upgraded our skills or texting skills up to a level that we will send entire paragraph to a next person sitting to us, but we don't even bother to say him or say hi to him. So that is the fact nowadays. But accepting all these things, Yeah, we all know this smartphone is a miraculous invention. Although there are countless benefits of using the smartphones, but we also need to accept the hard fact that there is always thin line between using them and being used by them. So those who are falling into the category that is being used by them can be referred as smokies. So next time when you are going to attend any family function or any family gathering, resist that urge of taking n number of selfies in that function. Put your phone down and try to have a meaningful conversation with the people. So, and you will realize there is a surprising change in the behavioral pattern, and you will see a lot of that things that you were missing on till date. Thank you everyone for the time. And let us unculture ourselves before we become smoky. Thank you.
Let's have 1 minute. Let's have 1 minute silence and give feedback. Give feedback to Toastmaster Sachin. Feedback form has been already shared on the group. Time 1 minute is over. Please let us know. Thank you. So it's turn for next speaker. Next speaker is someone who is very versatile. If I read her interests, she is a good dancer, she loves dancing, she loves yoga, she loves traveling, she is BTech and she is working with KPMG, and she is none other than Bhavna Mehta. She is first member from 2022, November 2022, and she would be taking her fourth speech from Leadership Pathway, Project 1, and her evaluator is Toastmaster Ankit. So I would request Toastmaster Ankit to read her speech objective.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vivek. So the title of Toastmaster Bhavna's speech is Bleed Blue or Green? And the purpose of her speech is to practice applying the feedback and serve as a speech evaluator in the club in the coming meeting. And as Toastmaster Vivek already informed, her pathway is leadership development, and she is delivering the project for level 1. So I wish best of luck to Toastmaster.
So let's welcome Toastmaster Bhavna. Toastmaster Bhavna. Bleed blue or green? Bleed blue or green? Toastmaster Bhavna.
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. Today I stand before you to talk about a topic that unites us, ignites passion, and showcases the power of sport to bring people together. The craze of the cricket match between India and Pakistan. First off, let me begin by asking you a question. What is the funniest and the most bizarre thing you have seen people do to avoid leaving their seats during a cricket match? Anyone?
They leave their bags.
Sorry?
They leave their bags on the.
No.
Yeah, they to save the seat.
Yeah, just to save the
yes,
seat.
yes, completely. Okay. You would all agree that during an India-Pakistan match, time doesn't just stand still; it does a bhangra dance, right? So, if you have witnessed this same thing, you would all agree with me, right? During an India-Pakistan match, it's not just a game; it's an event. It's battle, a saga, a roller coaster of emotion, and quite honestly, the kind of drama that even Hollywood scriptwriters would envy, right? I can't help reminisce some unforgettable experience from my own life. One such memory takes me to a bustling street in Mumbai, where I found myself during a nail-biting encounter between the two cricket giants. The air was electric with anticipation, and every street corner seemed to host a makeshift gathering of fans glued to their nearest television screen. In the middle of this crowd, I couldn't help but be swept up in the fervor where strangers high-fiving, hugging, and even shedding their tears as the match progressed. It was there that I realized the power of cricket to bring diverse people together, transcending all differences. Regardless of our boundaries, we were all united in our support for our respective nations, sharing the heartbreak and thrill of the game. I would also love to share an experience where an India-Pakistan match turned into a household spectacle. It was a warm summer evening and my family had gathered to watch the much anticipated match. The excitement was palpable, and it seemed like the entire neighborhood has descended upon our living room. As the match progressed, the tension in the room grew thicker than the aroma of the spicy pakoras my aunt had just whipped up. My grandmother, who is usually an epitome of serenity, was nervously pacing back and forth, offering silent prayers for her team. As the match reached its peak, I couldn't help but observe one peculiar thing happening. Nobody was leaving their seats, not even to fetch a glass of water or to use the restroom. The situation became increasingly comical as everyone tried to invent ingenious ways to avoid leaving their seats. My uncle, who was sitting near the door, was trying to use a long selfie stick to reach the doorknob without having to stand up. It was like watching a physics experiment in action. The entire room erupted with laughter as he performed this acrobatic feat. Meanwhile, my sister had declared her own personal no getting up policy. She had gathered all her essentials, her phone, her pillow, and a bottle of hand sanitizer, and had strategically positioned herself on the couch as if preparing for a week-long staycation. Looking back, that evening remains a fond memory. It showcased how cricket had the miraculous ability to captivate our hearts and minds. It also demonstrated the power of shared experiences to bring a family closer together, even if it meant holding our bladders collectively for the sake of cricket glory. But, ladies and gentlemen, here is where it gets interesting. The rivalry between India and Pakistan goes beyond cricket. It's a reflection of something deeply ingrained in our minds, the territorial divide. For decades, this divide has shaped our politics, our behaviors, and even our identities. It's a divide that has caused conflict and tension. And it's a divide that we, as responsible citizens of the world, should look beyond. In the midst of all this cricket and World Cup fervor, there's a subtle message that we should carry to hearts. The players on the field, despite intense rivalry, often show sportsmanship and camaraderie. They know that they are representing their nations, but they also understand the spirit of the game and the deeper message it carries. It's the message of unity, of celebrating diversity and transcending boundaries. It's a reminder that people from different cultures and backgrounds can come together and find a common ground through the love of a sport. Right? Would you all agree with me?
Yes.
But the real challenge lies in taking this lesson beyond the cricket field. Can we, as individuals and nations, learn to set aside these differences and work for the common goals? Can we acknowledge the territorial divide, the historical conflicts, and yet strive for a future where peace and cooperation take precedence? In conclusion, my dear friends, I would say that let's revel in the excitement of India versus Pakistan matches. Let's continue with the banter, the cheers, and the nail-biting moments. But let's also not forget the deeper message this rivalry carries. Let's try to look beyond the territorial divide. Let's try to build bridges instead of walls. And let's try to create a world where the spirit of unity, like the spirit of cricket, triumphs over all. Let's not bleed blue, let's not bleed green. Let's bleed unity and humanity. Thank you.
So we will have 1 minute silence for giving feedback to Toastmaster Bhavna. And the guests who are not having your vote, you can just check with your neighbors. Thank you. So next speaker is someone, apart from cricket, he must be playing. He plays badminton and basketball. Great. Mohit Fulera is a software engineer and he is a freelance software engineer and graduate from IP University. He would be giving today icebreaker speech. When icebreaker speech means the first speech you are giving to the club as an introductory speech. And the custom in Toastmaster Club is somebody is giving icebreaker speech. At the end of the speech, we stand up and we congratulate the speaker. We acknowledge the speaker. So at the end of the speech, I have to request from each one of you to stand up and clap for the speaker. Toastmaster Mohit, you have chosen which path? You have one. So Toastmaster Mohit would be giving icebreaker speech and his evaluator is Toastmaster Gaurav. Toastmaster Gaurav, please read his speech.
Good morning everyone. Today Toastmaster Mohit is going to deliver his project 1 level 1. For the benefit of guests, there are like 12 parts in Toastmasters, 5 levels and 46 projects, so he's on 1.1. And as mentioned by Toastmaster Bacon, it's his icebreaker speech, so at the end of the speech, please give him a standing ovation. The objective of the speech is to introduce and to share motivation behind joining Toastmaster. Good luck to you, Toastmaster Mohit.
Toastmaster Mohit, my journey through life, embracing imperfection, my journey through life, Toastmaster Mohit, all the best.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Today I stand before you after a fair share of hesitation and procrastination. It's a common human trait to chase perfection and to wait for the right time, the right words and right speech. But somehow I came to realize that perfection doesn't always yield the most captivative result. it's a moment of imperfection, vulnerability, and self-discovery that truly connects us. So, which is the purpose of this speech. So, let me take you through the journey of various stages of my life. I was born in Pithoragarh, which is a city in Uttarakhand, and it is also known as mini Kashmir of India. There, I stayed with my family. If I have to describe my childhood, I would say it would be an ideal. It's ideal. So I was born in a close family, like joint family, where my loving grandparents, parents, and used to stay. So we used to stay in government quarters. So there were various government quarters around us, and we all used to stay like a family. So there was a very loving and caring environment around us. So when I was a small kid, I used to have a younger brother, which was my cousin, and we used to roam around the colony, and we were known as the Atharni Chavannis of our society. And yeah, so my childhood was very great. And after some time I joined the school. I joined Wisdom Nursery till my 5th class. When I was in that school, I was very shy. I hardly spoke to anybody. I hardly had any friends, and I was very, I would say I don't used to talk to anyone. Even means I hardly made any friends. So after my 5th class, I shifted to a school named Mallikarjun, where talking in English was compulsory. So what they used to have a monitor there, which is specifically for taking care when you speak in English. So if you speak any sentence safely, you will be charged 5 rupees, and you have to give that in anything. So this was a funny thing somehow, but this helped me to try speaking in English, and I stayed there for around three years, and slowly and steadily I tried communicating in English, and till the end of 3 years, till my 8th class, I was good enough to talk to anyone in English. I was good enough to talk to my teachers in English, and it built a confidence in me to talk to somebody else. So after that, when I was in 9th class, I shifted to another city which is known as Haldwani, and it is the gateway of Kumaon, and it is a very beautiful city to live in. So when I shifted to Haldwani, I shifted to a school called Peshwa Senior Secondary School, where there were people, there were friends, and there were people who hardly came school to study. They were just coming to have fun and make fun of each other. So we used to call each other with very funny names. So there are names that I found very hilarious. There was a person named Anu. He was called 9.5, Sadeno, just because he don't have a pinky finger. His pinky finger was up. And there were a person whose name we named him Bhanu, just because for once he trusted his friend and told a story about his grandmother going to a forest and encountering a bear or something. So bear, or we don't remember if she killed the bear or just encountered it. So he told the story to one of his friends. He told in the group. So from that time he was called Bhalu Hunter, bear hunter. So there was very hilarious incidents that were during this school life. What we used to do, we used to make groups in the class, and even during the class, we used to make fun of each other. We used to rhyme things. We used to make rhyme of small words, and we used to make fun of each other. So during that time, I truly experienced the true essence of friendship. I made a lot of friends during that time, and as after spending time till 8, I was good enough to talk in English. So I made good friends, and I was able to keep them for till now. And also that during that time, I understand that friendship is really important to grow in your life. So even if they make fun of you, but still they will be with you throughout your life. After that, I shifted to Delhi for my education, and it was a big step for me, moving from one city to another. as I shifted there, I took admission in a government college, which was G1 Government Engineering College, which was where I did my engineering. So there, in that college, I was just exploring myself and exploring my interests. So during that time, I participated in numerous things like playing for a basketball team and taking part in plays. And there I joined a Air Force NCC as well, where I flew a superlight aircraft. So after that, I started my professional journey where I worked as a software developer in a Noida-based company. And now after that, I realized that I couldn't work in a company in a structure of a company. So I decided to work as a freelance. So nowadays I'm working as a freelance developer full time. And throughout this entire journey, I have been exploring myself, and I have been looking what is good for me and what is not. So in this journey, I haven't found it yet that what is something that I really like or what I want to be in life. But I have really explored that what I don't like in my life. So this has been a journey throughout, and I'm still exploring myself and looking for opportunity. Thank you so much.
So what a wonderful speech by all the three speakers. Now this is going to be an interesting time for guests to participate in table topics. How many guests are interested to come on the stage?
5 minutes.
Yeah, sorry. 1 minute silence for giving feedback to the place. Sorry. Yeah,
Here it's
yeah.
Gautam equal to Mohit. In the form it's written Gautam.
Okay.
No worries.
No worries. LG. Okay, thank you. Let me summarize in 30 seconds about NUS. It's something which is very ethical, provided we don't forward somebody in giving all the information. The way information is given, the way environment is set, it impacts your decision making. And we as a human being, if we design this architecture for benefit of human being, for health, wealth and prosperity, so it will have miraculous impact on overall, on society, country. So let's, please, I would request all of you to go through this topic through books, YouTube, it's available. Now the next session is really going to be interesting, and especially for guests. And somebody who is going to conduct today's topic is a graduate engineer from NIT Nagpur in civil engineering, and then masters from US. Prithvesh, he will be giving you really wonderful topic. Be ready. Over to you, Prithvesh. Already have introduced. So maybe Toastmaster Nidhi, can you give us something about how you are going to evaluate?
Good morning, everyone. This is my first time evaluating something. So I raised my hand and I asked my mentor what should I do here. So I looked at a few videos. I don't have a structure. I don't think there is a structure that exists, but I'll be generally evaluating on how well the participants have responded
and guests. Good morning. Table topics is one of the most exciting and challenging session of a Toastmasters meeting. The goal of this session is to help you think of the club and quickly organize and express your thoughts. So I have with me a bunch of topics. So if you're interested, please raise your hand and I will invite you to come on stage and speak for a minute or two. Please note, that this session is for members who have not taken any roles. For guests, only 2 guests will be allowed, and for preference will be given to first-time visitors. So, as you all know, that this session, since it is impromptu, it is an important ingredient in developing and being an effective speaker. So, without much ado, let's start this session.
You can talk about the timing and other rules.
Yeah. So, one of the things is when you are on stage, try to follow the ODO method, where O stands for opinion, followed by R, which is for reason. Then E is for example, where you can cite some examples to defend your stand, and then finally you can close with the review. So, this is the rules you can use, and you will have 1 to 2 minutes, minimum 1 minute, where you have the green signal, and then 1 minute 30 seconds is yellow, and red will be in 2 minutes. Okay, so we can start the session. So who want to go first?
Topic?
Topic here.
Yeah, will be given on the stage.
The side of you, nobody knows. You know that.
The side of mind that nobody of you are aware about. There are a lot of sides inside me. but when I come to some specific one that I think that you should know, I would like to share it with you guys. So this is that like I'm kind of friendly person. If I know you, if you are a friend of mine, if I'm talking to you, like I prefer to make friends for long terms. If I am connected with you, I prefer to be like you can call me even after 7-8 years. When even I don't like you forgot Anurag, who is Anurag, but still I am talking to you the way I am talking to you today. So this is the side of mine that I would like to share with you. Another thing is that this is also around the friendship thing. Let's put friendship aside. There are some other sides. Other thing is like I prefer to sing when I am alone. So this is also a good thing that I am sharing with you. That I think you should know, and you can someday you can challenge me to sing here. So this is the second thing.
Can you sing right now?
Not right now. I have to prepare because otherwise my time will be over. Over to you, Toastmaster prepare.
It's better that some sides nobody knows. Okay, who is next? A diamond with a flaw is better than a common stone that is perfect. Team 1.
So how many of you have seen the movie Tare Zameen Par? I believe this dialogue somewhat comes from that movie. We have seen a boy who was dyslexic. He was slow in his studies. He was not able to focus on his studies. He was not able to read. But he has one skill, one kind of, you say, skill or miraculous thing which others didn't have. Even though his brother was very good at everything, he was good in sports, he was good in studies, he was good all around. But this boy, the little boy, he had one skill. He was a very good mentor. And that's the skill which our mentor, the great, our Mr. Perfect hero, Amir Khan, tried to extract from that boy. So that validates my point of this statement, that a diamond with a flaw is still a diamond. Even though if you'll find many stones everywhere which are perfect in shape, but of course you won't like to take it home and fill your home with all the stones. You will look for the diamond which is shining, So I would say that, and also as Mr. Amir Khan says, go for perfection. In anything you want to do perfection, you can think that you can be a perfect. Try to focus on that skill, that talent, instead of going on that trying to grab everything and becoming a kind of a jack of all, master of none thing. Try to be a diamond, maybe with a flaw, not a stone with a perfection. Over to you.
Looks like diamond is everyone's best friend.
Yeah.
Okay. Who wants to go?
Yes.
Pain is mightier than the sword, but the action speaks louder than words.
Pain is mightier than the sword, but actions speak louder than words. Do you appreciate it?
Yeah. Okay. So if I talk about, as we all know that the books, the knowledge is more important than the sword. You can win any game, any battle with either communication or either in the written way. Like if I look around in the nation, in the world, there is some battle going on, but it can be calmed down with the two people come together and talk and discuss on that. Same has happened, like either you and me, wherever you go, when you will look around, there are two perspectives of everything. Like if you or I, maybe the past has come to any argument that you have witnessed such kind of scenario where you have fight with your managers or with any of your colleague. But at the same time you have realized that if I have communicated well, or if I talk one to one, then the problem is solved. Even in the, especially if I know you are the corporate world. If you look around, you can find out that a lot of war has gone on in the email. People put keeping the mail and a war gone on in the email, like, and when they come to a communication, and solve all this very peacefully. Same has happened. Like if you take in any positive action, like maybe you can find out in the corporate world, people keep talking about against any person in the bad song, but no one comes forward and speak and make any some positive statement or constructive statement. So it's all about how you take an action, and taking action is all about how you take the first step. The person who takes the first step in his life is the person who looks forward to resolve any and come to any conclusion. That is from my side. Like always take this step and look forward to how to solve the problem, rather than taking a bad step and talking with the friend and making any bad stories against it. So let's take this step, talk with the friends, talk with the right person whom you want to make the peace and settle down all the dispute.
Can we have someone from the guest?
Experience is what you get when you did not get what you wanted. Good morning everyone. I am Ritika from Gurgaon. I got a topic on experience. As we all know, we learn everything with experience. When you are a child, you don't know how to eat, how to walk. We learn, our parents teach. Experience is a very beautiful learning which we all want to secure and get. And we get experience as the time moves on, we get experience. Today I am getting experience. It is my first session in Toastmaster. I did not know the format of the Toastmaster. Today when I visited this premises, now I am little bit aware of the format of the Toastmaster. So it is a very enriching and good experience for me that I have got today with the help of you all. So I treat experience as a very good teacher which can teach us many new things, and we can overcome anything by learning new things with the help of experience. And when I talk that I would like to have a rich experience, it means I want to enhance